The Brecon Beacons, a place of breathtaking beauty, where rolling green hills meet dramatic, mist-covered peaks. For many, it's a sanctuary, a place to connect with the raw power of nature. This was especially true for Rachel and Helen Patching, a couple whose shared love for the outdoors was as deep and boundless as the landscapes they explored. They saw the world through a lens of adventure, always ready for the next trail, the next peak, the next memory to be made together. But on what should have been a joyous New Year's celebration, this very passion led them into a tragedy that would shock a nation and serve as a stark reminder of nature's unpredictable force. Their story is one of love, loss, and a warning that echoes through these ancient valleys. The New Year break. It's a time for reflection, for new beginnings, and for many, a chance to escape into nature. Rachel and Helen decided to spend theirs at the Four Waterfalls Walk, a jewel in the crown of what's known as Waterfall country in the Brecon Beacons. This trail is famous, attracting thousands each year with its stunning series of cascades. But that day, the scenery held a different, more ominous tone. Recent heavy rains had transformed the rivers into raging torrents. The water, normally a gentle flow, was now a powerful churning force, swelling over its banks and making the already tricky paths slick and treacherous. They approached SGWDY Panoir, the Fall of the Fuller, a beautiful but notoriously challenging part of the trail. The path here runs perilously close to the water's edge, often requiring careful navigation over slippery, uneven rocks. It's a spot where the roar of the waterfall is deafening, and the spray hangs heavy in the air. What happened next is a moment of unimaginable horror. It's believed one of them slipped on the treacherous terrain, falling into the torrent. In a desperate act of love and courage, the other went in to save them. But the river was too strong, the current too relentless. They were both swept away in an instant, consumed by the very nature they adored. The alarm was raised quickly. A walker nearby witnessed the fall and immediately called for help. The emergency response was massive and swift. Mountain rescue teams, seasoned volunteers who know these hills like the back of their hands, were scrambled. The Brecon Mountain Rescue Team, along with Central Beacons and Longtown teams, descended on the area. They worked against the fading light and the dangerously high water levels, their searchlights cutting through the twilight gloom. The operation was complex and hazardous. The terrain that had claimed the couple now posed a significant threat to the rescuers themselves. The search continued for hours, a frantic race against time, but as darkness fell, hope began to fade. The following days saw the search effort intensify. Police divers from the South Wales Police Specialist Search and Recovery Team were brought in. These highly trained professionals faced immense challenges. The water was not only fast-flowing, but also freezing cold and murky, with visibility close to zero. They had to navigate submerged rocks and powerful undercurrents, a perilous task in an environment where every move is a calculated risk. The search operation spanned several days, a somber and painstaking process watched by a worried community. Tragically, the bodies of Rachel and Helen were eventually recovered from the river, confirming the worst fears of their loved ones. As news of the tragedy spread, tributes poured in. Their families, utterly devastated, painted a picture of two vibrant, loving souls. They spoke of Rachel and Helen's infectious zest for life, their kindness, and their inseparable bond. They were described as devoted and truly loved, a couple who cherished their family, their friends, and their adventures together. The community, both in their hometown and among the wider network of outdoor enthusiasts, was heartbroken. Online forums and local groups filled with messages of condolence, each one a testament to the lives they had touched. Their loss was felt deeply, a painful reminder of how quickly joy can turn to sorrow. This tragic incident, however, was not an isolated event. The beauty of Waterfall country masks a history of danger. Just a year before Rachel and Helen's accident, another man lost his life in a fatal fall at a nearby waterfall on the same trail system. Local experts and rescue teams have long voiced concerns about the area. They speak of the hidden dangers, the slippery rocks covered in a near-invisible layer of moss and spray. The sudden and dramatic changes in water levels after rainfall and the powerful unseen currents that can trap even the strongest swimmer. The very features that make the waterfalls so spectacular are the same ones that make them so hazardous. So, what can we learn from this? Safety experts stress the importance of preparation and respect for the environment before heading to any waterfall trail. Especially after rain, checking the weather forecast and park alerts is crucial. Proper footwear with excellent grip is non-negotiable. Walking poles can provide extra stability on slippery surfaces. It's also vital to stay on designated paths, no matter how tempting a closer photo opportunity might seem. The rocks at the water's edge are often the most dangerous. And perhaps the most important piece of advice is to never underestimate the power of water. Even seemingly calm stretches can hide strong currents. If someone falls in, the instinct is to jump in after them. But rescuers advise against this. The best course of action is to try and reach them from the bank with a branch or a rope and to call for help immediately. Rachel and Helen Patching were two people who lived their lives to the fullest, filled with love and a passion for the natural world. Their final adventure ended in a place of stunning beauty, but also of immense power. Their story is a heartbreaking tragedy, a profound loss for their family and friends. It also stands as a solemn monument in the heart of the Brecon Beacons, a powerful and unforgettable reminder that while nature offers us unparalleled beauty and moments of pure joy, it demands our utmost respect and caution. It reminds us that every step we take in these wild places should be taken with awareness, so we can continue to enjoy them and return home safely to the ones we love. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there and please take care of each other.